Hey movie lovers, and welcome back to CineBolt. It's that time of the month again where we dive headfirst into the glorious world of Netflix. You know how it is. Netflix drops a ton of content, a mix of brand new flicks, some golden oldies, including the occasional stinkers, and it can be tough to know where to start. Well, don't worry, because I've done the hard work for you and handpicked 7 movies hitting Netflix this month that you absolutely cannot miss. We've got a bit of everything, some fan favorites that I can totally vouch for, and some fresh releases that are generating a ton of buzz. Before we jump in, make sure you check out the top pinned comment for a complete rundown of every single movie that's new on Netflix this month, and with that out of the way, let's get started. Kicking off our list at number 7, we've got a classic, Heat, a 1995 crime drama directed by Michael Mann that is an absolute masterpiece. It's a gripping cat-and-mouse chase between professional thief Neil McCauley, played by the legendary Robert De Niro, and LAPD Lieutenant Vincent Hanna, played by none other than Al Pacino. Heat is more than just a crime thriller because it really digs into themes like obsession, isolation, and that blurry line between good and evil. It's one of those genre-defining movies that is not only famous for its intense action, but also for its rich storytelling, especially in the way it explores how these characters struggle to form meaningful relationships, often feeling more connected to their adversaries. With some really stellar performances and a gripping action story, trust me when I say that Heat is a timeless classic that you need to see. Coming in at number 6, we have Sicario, Day of the Soldado. This one takes us back into the brutal landscape of the US-Mexico border, and this time around it feels less like an exploration through the eyes of an outsider, and more like a deep dive into the established, albeit morally ambiguous world of Matt Graver and Alejandro Gillick. The catalyst? Terrorists are suspected of crossing the border via the cartels, leading to a no-holds-barred mission to destabilize the very organizations they've been fighting. What's interesting here is the shift in focus. While the first film had Emily Blunt's character as our anchor, grounding us in some semblance of morality, Soldado largely operates within the gray areas inhabited by Brolin and Del Toro's characters. The film doesn't shy away from the grim realities, offering intense action sequences that are more visceral than purely entertaining. While it might lack the initial impact of its predecessor's fresh perspective, Day of the Soldado carves out its own space by doubling down on the darkness and the unsettling pragmatism of its central figures. At number 5, we're taking it back to 1967 with Bonnie and Clyde. This biographical crime film, directed by Arthur Penn, tells the captivating story of 2 outlaws who became infamous during the Great Depression. Warren Beatty stars as Clyde Barrow, and Faye Dunaway plays Bonnie Parker, a waitress who joins him on his crime spree, and soon, what starts as small-time heists escalates into bank robberies, and things get increasingly violent. The film portrays their exploits as both thrilling and tragic, reflecting the desperation and poverty of the time. Penn's direction is masterful, blending humor, drama, and action in a way that really made Bonnie and Clyde a landmark film in American cinema. The film's exploration of celebrity culture and the allure of crime is still so relevant today, and with its incredible performances and groundbreaking cinematography, it remains a timeless classic that continues to fascinate us with its mix of entertainment and social commentary. Alright, moving on to number 4, we've got Bullet Train Explosion, an upcoming Japanese action thriller that's coming to Netflix on April 23, 2025. Directed by Shinji Higuchi, who you might know from Shin Godzilla, this film is a reimagining of the 1975 classic The Bullet Train, but with a modern spin. The story is intense. The Hayabusa No. 60 bullet train is rigged with a bomb that will detonate if it goes below 100 kilometers per hour, and as the bomber is demanding a huge ransom, 100 billion yen, the crew and passengers are in a desperate race against time. Tsuyoshi Kusanagi stars as conductor Takaichi, who's leading the charge to save the day. They actually used real bullet trains and facilities for production, so the visuals are going to be incredibly realistic. Plus, the movie promises non-stop suspense that mixes action with human drama, kind of like Higuchi's previous work. It'll be interesting to see how this remake compares to the original, which, fun fact, also influenced the 1994 film Speed. Coming in at number 3, we have Lucy, and this one's a thought-provoking sci-fi action film that explores human potential in a really unique way. The movie stars Scarlett Johansson as Lucy, a young woman who gets caught up in a dark situation involving a powerful synthetic drug called CPH4. When the drug accidentally gets released into her system, her brain capacity expands, giving her extraordinary abilities that kind of blurs the lines between human and superhuman. As Lucy tries to understand and control her new powers, she seeks help from neuroscientist Samuel Norman, played by Morgan Freeman. The film blends action-packed sequences with philosophical ideas about time, space, and human existence. While the premise is definitely intriguing, the execution can get a bit out there, which makes it a somewhat polarizing film. But even so, Scarlett Johansson delivers a great performance, and the visuals are absolutely captivating. Nearing the top of our list at number 2 is How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies. This is a 2024 Thai comedy drama that mixes humor with some really touching family moments. Directed by Pat Bunitapat in his debut, the film follows M, a university dropout who becomes the caregiver for his terminally ill grandmother Menju. Initially, M is kind of motivated by the idea of inheriting her wealth, but his journey turns into a heartfelt exploration of family bonds and personal growth. M's strained relationship with his relatives and his grandmother's skepticism create both comedic tension and emotional depth. The film's portrayal of Asian family dynamics is super relatable, especially its commentary on how caregiving responsibilities are changing across generations. The film gets some pretty high marks for its honest storytelling, nuanced performances, and the evocative soundtrack. It actually became Thailand's highest-grossing film worldwide, earning $73.8 million, and was even on the shortlist for Best International Feature Film at the 97th Academy Awards. And finally, at number 1, we have Havoc. And let me tell you, this upcoming Netflix action thriller looks like it's going to be an absolute wild ride. Directed by Gareth Evans, known for the raiding gangs of London, this film stars Tom Hardy as Walker, a detective who's seen better days and is navigating a really dangerous criminal underworld. The story kicks off with a drug deal gone wrong, and Walker is on a mission to rescue a politician's estranged son. But, of course, he ends up uncovering a complex web of corruption and conspiracy that threatens to take down the entire city. With its high-octane action and gritty storytelling, Havoc is positioned to be a standout in the action thriller genre, potentially rivaling the likes of John Wick. It's set to premiere on April 25th, and I'm definitely among the fans who are eagerly waiting for this intense, adrenaline-fueled experience. And that's our list of 7 must-watch movies hitting Netflix this month. There's definitely something for everyone, from gripping classics to exciting new releases. Let me know what you think about these movies in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video.